Okay, guys, I want to talk one more time about another knife that I have that I really love. This is a Camillus Cuda, and it was really the first knife that I got when I was starting to get into knives and started wanting to buy something a little bit better for myself. You know, this knife cost me like 30 bucks at Walmart. I do believe that it's a very good tactical blade. I don't think the EDC purpose for this is the purpose for this knife. I did carry it for a long time and got a lot of use and hard use out of this knife, and I used it for EDC tasks, but I don't think that's where its calling is. I think where its calling is in tactical use, defending yourself. Now, some of the specs on this knife: the blade length is 3.8 ounces, or 3.8 inches. The overall length is 9 inches. Closed length is 5 inches. And there's the blade shape right there. It's kind of a spear point, you know. It kind of has this little swedge taken out of the top, and it is a pretty thick piece of steel, and it's pretty sturdy. At first I was like, you know, I kind of like this knife. I like the shape of it, and that's what attracted me to this knife. I mean, you know, when you see a knife and it's just like kind of calls out to you, you're gonna buy it and you're probably gonna love it. I've talked about that before. Now, some of the other things on this: it does have a G10 handle, which I love this material. This material is it's kind of a medium traction. It's really grippy, and I like it. Now, with any tactical knife, I kind of want a traction plan. You know, when you're holding a knife and you're, you know, using it for self-defense purposes, you don't want your hands to slip forward and cut yourself. So, I mean, this does have a really nice finger troil right there, and what I really like is the jimping in the back here and a small thumb wrap, and your hand really locks into this blade. You know, I kind of like that blade shape, but I'm super not into it for EDC. I don't think this is the knife you really want to cut through boxes with and packages. First of all, it's too big. You know, 3.8 inch blade length. I mean, it's a big knife, and it's not really that light. It is 4.8 ounces. I could feel myself carrying it every day. The cool, unique thing about this knife is the opening mechanism. Now, this has this little disc here, and at first I thought it was kind of hokey, and I was like, you know, it's hard opening that blade, but actually, once you're practiced with it, the little wrist action, it's very fast. You know, and it is a liner lock, probably not the thickest liner, but I've never had it fail on me. And this knife has absolutely no blade play, and I carried this for months and months and used it every day. I'm a chef, and you know, I'm cutting boxes and packages open all day long, using it for all sorts of stuff. It is AUS 8 steel, which is a very good medium grade steel. I'll tell you, it's very easy to sharpen this steel. And this blade is actually very sharp. I got a very keen edge on this on the Spyderco triangle sharpener. Let me find a piece of paper here and I'll show you. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, so you know, really thin receipt paper. You know, I worked on that a little bit and just super sharp on this knife. Okay, so we're back. Having some battery issues. Got it charged now. What I was talking about is you can get a very fine edge with the AUS 8 steel. I really like it. You know, overall, as a tactical blade, I think this is where this knife's true calling is. You know, and for the price, like I said, I paid 30 bucks, and they're on the Walmart wall. I don't know what Walmart's doing, but they're obviously up in their game with knives. You know, it's a very good buy. I mean, you can't go wrong. And what I want to do with you guys is show you options where you're not spending hundreds of dollars on knives, because you can easily do that and get something you're not happy with. Like I said, this is my mileage. Some other things: has a open construction on this, so it's very easy to clean. You know, a little compressed air, and you're good to go on that. Nice big stop pin right there for your action. Your blade stops out like that. Now, a couple negatives on this blade. I gotta say them, because however much I love this blade, I mean, they could do a little more to make it, you know, not so shitty. There's some shitty things about this that I don't like. First of all is the blade centering. You know, you can kind of see it's off. Next is the blade retention. I mean, this just kind of falls out of there. And I actually cut my pants one time. I didn't know if this was halfway open, and I went to put it in my pants, and that blade cut my pants. I wasn't too happy. But like I said, there's no blade wiggle, but when it's closed, it's kind of, and that weird opening mechanism, there's some rattle, and that's just the way it is. I mean, because this thing has a little bar in there that opens the knife, and it's just going to rattle. I mean, it's just part of the knife. So other than that, I think it's a pretty squared away blade. I think you know, you can spend your money wisely, and if you're looking for a tactical blade that isn't a whole lot of money, $30, you can't go wrong. Thanks.